Hello everybody and welcome to another, possibly the last episode of Let's Play Flotsam. Excuse me. With me, Scruffy Joe, now wearing a jumper as opposed to earlier where I was wearing just a t-shirt. It's getting cold. What we have here is the sort of... where are we? Wrong button. We are at this particular location. We have one more location and I think that's basically it, unless they redo it and you start again from scratch. I'm not sure. We're going to find out what happens in a minute. But before we do, I have got a couple of last bits of building to do. I've just recently discovered that we can build storage yards. And I've also encountered a little bug, which is fine, which I've reported to them, so I'm sure it will disappear fairly quickly. And that is that I've tried to delete these things, they wouldn't disappear. You know, what can you do? Like I say, it's just a bug, it's not a big deal, and I am playing the Alpha 270 version of this game. You guys will not be playing that game, you will be playing the Early Access version of this game, which will be probably fairly different and with less bugs, because there's about 2,000 people like me playing this game in Alpha. And what we're doing all the time, every time we play it and we find these things, we're then immediately going onto their Discord server for Pajamalamas and we're saying, hey, I found a bug, it's this. They generally then go, oh yeah, nice one. And that's great because, you know, fixed. Anywho, right, we are almost finished with everything really. I'm going to just salvage this. And I'm going to set that to salvage as well. They will go and run off and grab those things. In the meantime, we are making enough space for literally everything. So we don't need to worry about overloading ourselves with things anymore. Slightly annoying that I've demolished these and they wouldn't disappear, because the idea was to put these big storage places in here instead. But other than annoying, it's not going to, you know, it's not the end of the world. No sense crying over spilt milk. Just going to put that there, and I'm just going to collect basically a few bits and bobs more before we leave this zone. Let's get some wood for fire, and let's probably get some more wood over here for fire. Oh, that's the wrong one. I've just had my dinner, so I can't think straight anymore. I'm full of pasta. Right. Now, is there a way I can I build on this now? If I wanted to, could I rebuild what was already there? No. Okay, that's a bug. That's broken. We won't focus on that anymore. What we will do instead is have a quick look at the food supply situation. 62 food. Quite a lot of it is now sushi. Sushi seems to be the best way of getting food, because for one fish and one seaweed you get 3, and each one is worth 1 nutritional value, so you're basically turning 2 nutritional value worth of food into 3 nutritional value worth of food, and all it costs you is a bit of firewood in here. Are we out of firewood? Yes, we are. So while we're out of firewood, let's just get some of that going like that. Otherwise we will end up totally rammed full. The other thing I've been going on about throughout this game is the finely balanced water situation. What I've now really realised is, in order to slightly gain water, you need to have one of these per person. If you have one, like I have 5 people, if I have 5 people and 4 of those stills, it ever so slightly, tiny amounts runs out of water over a prolonged period of time. If you, on the other hand, don't, if you've got more, then it ever so slightly increases over time to a maximum of 60. So this has been, it started on about 28 and now it's on 29, now it's up to 30, and you see where we go. We are looking super promising in all senses here. In fact, have you done that? Yay, that's done. Good. We have done all that jazz. People should be coming back with these boats, and somebody... Why are you running on the spot?
Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Hey, yo.
He's got confused. Hopefully he'll figure it out. Either that or he will die. Which would be a shame, because that would be the first person who's going to die, and we don't want them to die. I think maybe by blocking in this area and having Flotsam in here, that's confused people a little bit, because well, they just don't seem to be as functional as they once were. But then again, as I've said, alpha build, 270. You're going to encounter problems. If everybody is in, if all of our boats are here, 5 for 5, yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's go, let's move on. Maybe this might jar them into coming back to life. The end. Question mark. No, it's the beginning! Brilliant. So you can carry on playing as long as you like. I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna just hit that button like that. We are effectively back at the start point, but it's not the start point, it just looks like the start point. You can still go and salvage all the same stuff. You can play the whole game through as many times as you like. You can take different routes through the map. It's very, very cool. It's never ending because you're repeating it. But effectively, this is it. From this point on, you can just gradually build up and up and up and up. It does mean that we don't need to go to this place. And because we've got enough of everything, what we can do is just go and cherry pick where the science was. We are possibly going to end up with more villagers too, so this way you can gradually get much, much bigger, because you don't need to stop off at these places. But it is kind of a good option. So there's science here, so we go scavenge that. And also I think we do have one spare bed, because there was this bed here which... Oh no, that's not spare. I'm sure I've got one spare bed. 5 people, 6 beds. Is he living in 2 places? Cheeky rascal. So anyway, we've got somebody over here. He's going to gather up 3 extra bits of science. That is going to give me 7. I could finally build houses. Cool. Let's do that. Just really largely, this is the last thing. I just want to show you what they look like, because they're really cool. I'm not going to demolish anything else, because I think maybe on my particular save something's got a bit wonky, and I don't want to confuse the game too much. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a little bit of gangplank. Got at a funny angle. Something like that. Then I'm gonna build a couple of houses, just so you can see what they look like, because they're really cool. And then people will go and live in those instead of living just on a bed. And I think they fit more people in as well. But ultimately, we are now at the end of the existing content for this game. So when this game comes out on early access, which is on the 26th of September, this is the current, very important point, current limit of what you're going to get. However, from previous builds where they've pre-existing stuff, there are buildings which used to exist which don't exist anymore because they've been changed and altered and mucked around with and stuff. So I know there's extra content, and I know Pajamalama are going to throw in extra content. I know that I'm not going to talk about what that is, because it should be something which you can enjoy and something which you can discover for yourselves. I don't want to ruin all of the future surprises. The idea of this little series was just to show you how cool this game is to begin with, and what you're going to get for your initial outlay of your early access joining fee, or purchase cost, however you want to call it. I don't know. But I mean, look at it. It's been lovingly crafted. There are a team of 3 people who became a team of 5 people, and they're in Belgium. Some of them have got excellent hairstyles, others of them not so much. One of them is called Juba, one of them is called Brian. There's all sorts of people over there. Lovely, wonderful people. They deserve your support. They have put in an awful amount of effort into this game. And it's great as a result of that. It looks good, it plays well. A couple of little bugs, but they're going to iron those out. And you show me any game which comes out nowadays which doesn't have bugs, particularly in early access. I mean, just think about Stellaris, for example, which is a great game. I've played that one there on my YouTube channel as well. That has, at every single expansion, just got a new raft of extra bugs that we all argue and shout about in their forums all the time. It's commonplace. This is better because this is a small, highly responsive team who will lovingly fix what goes wrong for you. And they really do. And they'll even apologise about it, and they'll just be lovely and friendly guys. Seriously, I really have enjoyed the process of getting involved in alpha testing, and if I could do it more, I think I probably would. I mean, it's not a paid gig. It's not like I've done it for anything other than the opportunity to sit here and do this with you, and also because I wanted to help out, and I thought this game's got so much potential, and I just wanted to make sure that they were going to fit in all of the features which make this type of game really exciting and have quite a lot of replay value. And I mean, yeah, this is effectively the end of the content, and it's taken about 6 hours of gameplay to get most of the stuff built and giving you an example of how it is. But, and this is a big but, I've probably played this game since January, getting on for 200 hours. And quite a lot of that time there was less content than this. In fact, quite a lot of the time it was like, what's going on? Why are people just drifting past me? And I don't know what they're doing there. Oh no, now this isn't working. And it's been great. It's been hilarious. I have absolutely loved it. And I really think there are a lot of people out there who are going to love this game as well. And I'm hoping that this series will help function as a kind of an advert for the game and promote it wider than it could have done beforehand. That's probably not really true because I'm only a small YouTuber, but that's my intention and that's why I've done it, and that's why I love this type of thing. So with that, I think I'm going to call this series quits now. Thank you very much for watching it all. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have definitely enjoyed it. Go and buy the game when it comes out, which will be probably about a week after I get to publish this, or maybe even a few days, maybe not a week, who knows. But anyway, buy it, play it, love it, talk to me about it, let me know what you think. You know what I think. I've obviously made that very plain over the last sort of 4 or 5, 6 hours, but I want to know what you think. Let me know. Drop your feedback in the comments section, talk to me on Twitter, come to one of my streams and go, hey, I saw you play that Flotsam game, what was it like? And I'll tell you it was awesome, and then we can have a chat about it there. Anything, all of these things, whatever, go for your life. Thank you very much. See you again soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye now.